All right, people, I am on journal page 88. You should be there with me, lesson 3-10. It says a multiplication rule. Roll a die twice to get two factors. So a die is actually a dice. Roll a dice twice to get two factors. Remember, a factor times a factor equals a product. Factors are the numbers that you are multiplying together. Then it says sketch an array using those two factors and record a number sentence to match. Switch the factors and record an array and a number sentence to match. So for the example, they're giving you directions on how to do it. It says I roll a 3 and a 4. I take a dice. My first factor is 3. Then I roll a 4. So 4 is my second factor. Remember, a factor times a factor equals a product. A product is the answer you get when you multiply. And the factor are the two numbers that you multiply together. So I see they rolled a 3 and a 4. So they said 3 times 4 equals, and maybe you don't know that yet, but you see their 3, they have 3 rows. 1, 2, and 3. So they did 3 down. Then they said their column, how many's in each row, was 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 times 4. This array represents 3 times 4. Then they filled in 4. If I count 4 3 times, I know that it's 4, 8, and then 12, right? You could go 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. My answer is 12 because it said sketch an array. I see that they sketched their array. And then use those two factors and record a number sentence. There's 2 steps. They sketched their array, and then they did their number sentence, which includes their factors and their product, the answer. Now on the second array, it says switch the factors and record an array and a number sentence to match. Look at, they didn't have to roll again. It says switch the factors. We know our factors are 3 and 4 because those are the numbers you multiply together. 3 and 4, and look at 4 and 3. Our factors just switch, right? These said, whoop, whoop, switching. And my answer is still the same because guess what? 3 times 4 or 4 times 3, I use the same number of dots. This is like just taking this and I rotate it just a little bit. So instead of having 3 down and 4 across, now I have 4 down and 3 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Instead of counting by 4s this time, I can count by 3s. 3, 6. Oh, I know that if this is 6, I also know that this is 6, and 6 and 6 is 12. Same number of dots, just a different way of putting it. This is like saying I'm taking 12 and I'm putting it in 3 rows. How many are in each row? This is like saying I have 12 and I'm putting it in 4 rows. Well, there's 3 in each row. Again, they sketched their array and they drew a new number model. These number models should not look the same. They should be flip-flopped with the factors. Now you get to do number 1 and number 2. Then it says, what do you notice about each pair of arrays? Remember, these are your arrays. So they're saying, what do you notice about these? So factors you're using, you're going to roll the dice first, a 6-sided dice. Put your factor here. What's your first roll? And what's your second roll? And then a number sentence. Theirs was kind of floating. You get to put yours on the line. Then remember, you switch the factors. So if you had 1 and 2, now you're going to switch them. Now it's going to be 2 and 1. What if you're like, Miss Schmidt, I don't have a dice at home? Well, you know what you can do is you can log on to your Everyday Math. You guys should be experts at using this by now because I've told you to come here for all of your math boxes and oh boy. Yep, so you can play games here. This is our lesson for the day. You go here for math boxes and then here's your e-toolkit. If you ever have any supplies or you don't have them and you need them, you click on the green e-toolkit and you can't see this. There we go. I click my tools. I click the plus button. I go down to dice and look at, they're alphabetized. Here's A, there's B, C, and then D. Dice. I click my dice. We want the 6-sided dice. So I'm going to choose the black one because it has 6 sides and it has the numbers. You could use the dots, but we'll use this one. So you click on it, then you hit these arrows and it'll roll for you. I got a 5. You don't need to be watching my videos to do this, right? You can roll these on your own. So I would put my 5 here, and then I would go and take my dice again, and I'd roll it. And there's a 2. So now my numbers would be 5 and 2, and that's my factor. Do that for number 1, do that for number 2. Fill out what do you notice about each pair of arrays. Okay, before you get working on your journal, I have some more things to look at because there's 2 pages you're going to finish today. But this is called a multiplication and division facts table. I'm going to send this to you as a separate assignment so you can take a look at it and see what you notice more than what we talk about. But here's how you use this multiplication and division facts table. The outside edges, these light gray, this is 1 factor and this is 2 factors. Now remember, factors are numbers that we multiply together to get a product, the answer. That means all of these boxes in the insides are products. Let's see if it'll let me write. It won't let me write on this sheet, but let's say I want you to multiply 5 times, well, actually, let's do something we don't know that well. 4 times 7. I can either find 4 on this side or I can find 4 on this side. So I'm going to find it here. Here's 4. That's my first factor. Now 4 times and then 7. What I do is I follow my line all the way down, but I also have to follow it across this way. So here's 4 and here's 7. Where do they meet? They meet at 28. That means the product or the answer of 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 7 is 28. Okay, I'm going to ask you a different question. What is 3 times 9? Find 3 times 9. Remember, either find 3 on this side or find 3 on this side, and then find 9 on this side or 9 on this side. 3 and 9. I'm going to start with my 3 right here. I'm going to go across until I get to 9. I'm at 8, 9. 3 times 9 is what? Because look at, here's 9 and here's 3. 3 times 9 is 27. That makes sense to me. But look at, if I found 3 here and I went all the way down to 9, it's still 27 because 9 times 3 equals 27 and 3 times 9 equals 27. That is called the turnaround rule. When we have 2 numbers that can flip-flop, just like we're doing in arrays, 3 times 4 is 12 and 4 times 3 is 12. That's called the turnaround rule. That's why you'll find numbers doubled on here because it's the turnaround rule. Now you might be thinking, Ms. Schmidt, why are these in the middle all colored really dark gray? Those are called multiplication squares. 1 times 1, I have 1 dot. 2 times 2, I have 4 dots. That makes it a square array. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 dots in an array. 3 times 3, 3 rows of 3, that makes a square. 4 rows of 4, that makes a square array. 5 rows of 5, that makes a square array. 6 rows of 6, you guessed it, it makes a square array. Remember, these are our arrays. These are not squares. 3 times 4 is not a multiplication square because its array does not make a square. But all of these factors and products, this would make a multiplication square. All right, I'll send this sheet to you. You guys can look at it. Look at some more facts, maybe look at some that you're interested about, see what else you notice, and then you can just send a smiley face or say done and send it to your teacher. Maybe you even practice a few facts, write them on a piece of paper and send it to us. That would be awesome. Okay, last thing I have to talk about before math boxes, you have one more math journal page, and it is, I have no idea. Nope. Getting closer. And here it is, page 141. So you're going to have to flip a few pages in the back. But it says, My Multiplication Facts Inventory, Part 1. Now, I see a whole bunch of factors times factors on this side. Numbers times numbers, factors times factors. They don't say the product, what they equal, but here's what you need to do. This box says know it. This one says don't know it. and this says how I can figure it out. So I want you to put an X in each box. You either have to put an X next to know it or don't know it. If you can figure this out in 3 seconds or less, you know it. 2 times 2. 4. Okay, I know it. 10 times 5. I know that if I have 10 times any number, I just take that number and I add a 0. I know it's 50. Boom, I know it. 3 times 2. I double the 3. 6. Oh, I'm not really sure. 7 doubled. Oh, I didn't mean to do this. 7 doubled. Oh, that took me longer than 3 seconds, so I don't know it. How could I figure it out? Well, I could say, what is 7 plus 7? That would be a helpful tool. 7 by 7, 14. I could also say 7 doubled. How would you figure out how to know this one? For every single factor, for every single multiplication fact that you answer don't know, you have to say, how can I figure it out? If I was doing 5s, maybe I'd say count by 5s on my fingers. I'd hold up 5 fingers and each one I would count 5. That would be a fact if I said, I don't know what this is. I want you to fill out this whole section on page 141. This should be included in your picture to your teacher. Once you have completed this one, you can go ahead and finish math boxes, math box 3-10. Remember, that always comes after our journal page for the day, but just a reminder, that's going to be on page 89. So send these 3 pictures, your arrays, your math facts, and these math boxes to your teacher. Okay, have a great day and keep up the awesome work.